Well, what do you think?
What do I think? I think the color is very colorful.
Sally, you're not reaching for your phone.
I seem to be, and I can't
don't you
help
dare,
myself.
please. Sally,
I can't stop.
Don't.
I got it.
No, give me. Oh.
Is Sally gone?
Yes, but only because my dress slowed me down.
Aurora. I think we should have said no when your Aunt Ela asked us to be in her wedding.
She's your sister.
And she has no taste in wedding finery.
Well, if you'd let John propose, you could throw a wedding and show us all how it's done.
Oh, please. A woman should date at least a year before she's ready to contemplate a proposal. Besides, this has completely put me off weddings. Unless, of course, you were the bride.
Oh, look at you two lovely ladies. What do you think of the dresses?
We look adorable.
It's not the word I'd use. This dress is much too big on me, and can we please do something about these dreadful sleeves?
I'll get this seamstress right over.
Thank you. I'm supposed to show a house in 20 minutes. Do me a favor, darling. Head over to the Anderton house and meet the client for me. His name is Martin Bartel, and he's the new executive vice president at Pan-Agra. Oh, but don't show him the backyard, because it's such a special feature I'd like to show him.
Got it. I think. Martin Bartel?
You're not Aida. Not that I'm disappointed.
Roe Teagarden. I'm her daughter and official greeter for the day.
Happy to be greeted.
Well, shall we take a look? Wow, it looks exactly the same, frozen in time.
You've been here before?
Oh, in high school. Yeah, Mandy Anderton was my best friend. Her parents died a few years ago, and I think she always imagined moving back here one day to live, but she just got married, so time to sell.
What about you? Married?
Haven't been tempted yet.
Oh. And, what do?
Shouldn't we be talking about you and what you're looking for in a house?
Oh, wait. Aida mentioned her daughter, the librarian. That's you.
There's a big pantry in the kitchen if you like to cook.
I used to have a mad crush on the librarian when I was a kid. She was so mysterious, always shushing me. How many boys have you shushed today?
You wouldn't be the first. Oh, this fireplace is awesome. Yeah, oh, I remember we used to lay our sleeping bags right down here, and something's different.
What about the backyard? I'd have to do a lot of entertaining.
Oh, then you'll love the backyard. But let's wait for my mother so she can show it to you.
I'm not very good at waiting. Oh, very nice.
Yep. Mandy's house was always the house for slumber parties.
I can see why.
Oh, it's upside down. I recognize this. Oh, it belongs to Tanya Lee Greenhouse. She's a realtor. She considers these scars her signature. I should let her know that I found it. Do you mind?
A librarian and a good Samaritan. I'll just look around.
Hi, Cindy. Is Tanya Lee in?
Where does this go?
What? Donnie reported her missing? Missing since when? Well, yesterday. Did she show the Anderton house yesterday? Because I found one of her scarves here.
You need to call the police.
I have to call you back. Oh no. Is that...
She's dead.
Did you check her pulse?
I checked.
Oh, it's Tanya Lee.
She's cold to the touch. I imagine she's been dead for a while.
Are those bruises on her neck?
I'd say she was strangled.
There are drag marks on the ground. We're messing up the crime scene. We have to get back to the house.
Hello? I hear voices. Here you are. What are you... Oh.
My heart is breaking for Donnie right now. He adored Tanya Lee. I mean, just adored her. It's 10 minutes. The police station is practically around the corner.
Mother, it could have been you showing the house yesterday.
Oh, there they are.
I could tell how upset you were to find someone you know like that. And yet you had the presence of mind to worry about preserving the crime scene.
Lynn, hello.
You found her?
Oh, not me. Him. Martin Bartell. Meet Detective Liggett Smith.
Glad you're here, Detective.
Body's out back?
Yes.
Why don't we head back there and you can walk me through step by step how you found her. Stay with them until we get their statements.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Teagarden, I don't think Detective Smith would like it if she knew you were taking pictures.
Oh, it's only a few. This house is my mother's listing. They're for her.
For me.
Still.
Oh, it's fine. I'm finished anyway.
Aurora? What in the world are you doing?
Mother, is there anything different about this room since the last time you saw it? I feel like something's missing.
Honestly, Aurora, you can't expect me to take an inventory now.
But you do have a list of all the items in the house when you put it on the market.
Of course I do, in my office.
And I want to get it. And we should make a copy for Lynn, too. Yeah, Lynn has had us here for hours asking question after question.
I can't believe it. Tanya Lee. She was always so friendly and so stylish, and she had these fabulous scarves.
I know. Yeah, I found one all folded up nice and neat. I had to give it to Lynn. I wish I could have given it to Donnie.
Oh, poor Donnie.
Sally, are you crying?
No. I'm a hardened reporter. And I'm gonna go down to Greenhouse Realty right now, see what I can find out.
Oh, good. We'll stop by after.
That detective is very thorough with her questioning.
Yes, Lynn is... thorough is a good word.
Is it just me, or do you two rub each other the wrong way?
We have a complicated history.
No. I like complicated.
Oh, Mr. Bartell, oh, I am so sorry. You make an appointment with me and end up... It really has been the most awful afternoon.
No, not all of it.
Please let me make it up to you. Let's say dinner tomorrow at my house.
I would like that, especially if your lovely daughter is there.
Oh, she'll be there. I think we could all use a pleasant evening after such a terrible shock.
Till tomorrow, then.
Well, he really likes to get his way.
I suppose that's how someone becomes a top-level executive at a major manufacturing corporation.
Well, Mother, Lynn kept asking me questions about where I got the keys to let Martin in and why this house doesn't have a lockbox.
I explained that to her. When a house is full of valuables, I don't use a lockbox. The other agents just sign out with Patty at the reception desk. I'm sure Tanya Lee signed it out yesterday.
But if Tanya Lee had it when she died, then how did it get back to the office? Mother, I think you need to call a staff meeting.
Well, I tell him you're not even going to take that offer to your client. I tell him it's an insult.
Ro, you want coffee?
No, thanks, Patty.
Mackie, Eileen, coffee?
No.
I spoke to the new owners of Jane's house. They said they're very happy there.
Oh, yeah, thanks again for handling the sale, Idella.
Earlier today, Tanya Lee Greenhouse was found at the Anderton home. And she was murdered.
What?
That can't be. No, wasn't she showing the Anderton house yesterday?
Well, the police saw no sign of a break-in, so whoever she was meeting was the likely suspect.
That's why I carry a mace when I meet a client at an empty house.
I don't want us fearing our clients. We just have to help the police catch whoever did it. So we need to answer questions about when Tanya Lee picked up the key yesterday.
But she didn't pick up the key. Mackie took it to her.
What? She called here late in the afternoon, said she needed to meet someone at the house and didn't have time to pick up the key.
Did she say who she was meeting?
No. I signed the key out in her name and went home and changed, and then took it to her while I was out running. Didn't speak more than 2 words to her.
Wait, the real question is, who brought the key back?
Well, somebody put it in Patty's desk because it was there when I signed it out this morning at 9:30.
You didn't see who brought it back?
I didn't even know it was back in my desk till your mom asked for it.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, how could the key be there unless...
someone who knew where it belonged put it back. So you see the problem. Your key was last seen in the possession of our victim, then mysteriously reappeared in a desk where only a select group of people know it's supposed to be.
Are you saying that a real estate agent attacked Tanya Lee?
You mean you think someone in this office?
No, that's absurd. There are 2 other agencies in town, Greenhouse and Sternholtz Farrow. They know where the key belongs. Someone from their office may have put it back.
Fingerprints might help us, but since so many of you have handled the key already today, I'm not going to hold my breath. In the meantime, Mr. Knight, I need you to come back to the station. We have some questions.
Yeah, fine.
We're going to have questions for the rest of you eventually, so don't think about leaving town for a while.
So what does this mean? We're all suspects now?
This is horrible. I need to go home.
I don't think anyone's going to get much work done today. You're all free to go.
I'm not going anywhere, not as long as there are clients who still need me. And besides, if Greenhouse Realty shuts down with Tanya Lee gone, someone's going to get the listings.
Mother, how well do you really know these people in the office?
Why would you ask me that?
Because one of them might be a killer. So Cindy couldn't shed any light on who Tanya Lee was supposed to meet at the Anderton house?
No, and I wish I hadn't gone. Donnie Greenhouse was beside himself. He was so upset. And then the police came and started treating him like a suspect. I mean, honestly, the most famously devoted husband in town. So they really think it's someone in real estate.
Because of the key. Tanya Lee had it, and then it showed up back at Patty's desk. Only a real estate person would know where to put it.
So the motive would be rivalry. Who's Tanya Lee's biggest rival?
Probably my mother, but of course she didn't do it. But it's possible someone in our office did. You know, they took Mackie in for questioning.
The kid you used to babysit?
Yeah, I've known him forever. Now, Eileen Crandall, she's a different story. She's only been working for my mother about 6 months. She seemed really eager to snatch up the greenhouse listings. Well, and then there's Sternholtz Farrow.
Oh, Franklin. I forgot he was a real estate guy.
You forgot what your boyfriend did for a living.
Well, he's not my boyfriend. We only went on 3 dates. But he was a perfect gentleman. I can't imagine he'd be involved in this. I don't know his business partner, Terry Sternholtz, that well, though.
Oh, I know her. She's a big donor for the library. I like her.
Well, it's not a very big pool of suspects.
No. And my mother is friends with all of them. And she said they all get along. So rivalry is a motive. I don't know. You know, I thought there was something different about that house. But I've cross-checked all my pictures I took today with the inventory my mother gave me, and nothing seems to be missing. Oh, wait. I have pictures from back when we used to have slumber parties there.
I have a very depressing story to write, so you let me know if you find anything interesting.
Hello?
Row Tea Garden, Martin Bartel.
Martin. What a surprise.
I thought I'd check in with you to make sure you're okay.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I served 8 years in the Army, did 2 tours in Afghanistan, and I know that the full impact of events doesn't often hit people until a few hours later.
Well, I'm fine. I just want to know who would do such a thing to Tanya Lee, especially if it's someone my mother works with every day.
Yeah, it kind of makes you think, doesn't it?
Makes you think what?
About the fine line between life and death, and how we can't let any opportunities to truly live life slip through our fingers.
No, I guess you can't.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
I knew it.
Can you get some shots of that in the front around the house? To set up for you.
Detective Smith, what can you tell us about the status of your investigation?
The medical examiners officially ruled Tanya Lee's death a homicide. Death by asphyxiation. Marks around her neck suggest strangulation with some type of ligature. We estimated the time of death between 5:45 and 6 p.m. when a neighbor heard a scream in the Anderton backyard. Another neighbor also said he saw Tanya Lee's car leaving the driveway at, quote, somewhere around 6 p.m.
What? Wait, if she was screaming...
We also believe the person who attacked Mrs. Greenhouse then took her car and drove it to the Greenhouse Realty office where it sat overnight.
Wow, that's brazen.
That's all we have for now.
Oh, what about suspects?
Yes. Right now, well, we only have persons of interest in this case. No official suspect.
And what about motive?
Yeah, no. I mean, we've got a few working theories, but no motive.
That's all for now.
That's all for now.
Hey, have you seen my mother?
Oh, she's over there.
Police kept you there for 3 hours?
Yeah, lucky for me, lots of people saw me jogging all over my route, so I'm in the free and clear.
I think they should be dragging Donnie in. Statistically speaking, isn't it usually the husband?
We're here at Donnie's house to pay our respects. I don't think it's that husband.
Bro, it's good to see you.
Franklin, Terry.
Don't suppose you brought Sally with you?
No, but she did mention you last night. Had nice things to say about you.
That's right. You and Sally Allison dated.
For about a week, and she told me from my cousin Henry.
Excuse me. Okay, I figured out the difference at the Anderton house. Back in the day, they had this really awesome painting hanging in the corner. See? But here's the photo I took the other day. Look, it's not the same painting.
But that photo's from 20 years ago. I mean, that painting could have been switched out at any time.
Yeah, but you take a bunch of photos for your listings, for your website, right?
Aurora, this is hardly the time to go hunting for photos. I mean, I haven't even had a chance to talk to Donnie yet. Of course, what do you say to a man who is so overcome with grief? I mean, I pride myself in knowing what to say in any situation, but this is this crazy... I found it. The painting hanging there now is not the same one that was there 2 weeks ago when I listed the place.
Mother, the think we just found the motive for Tanya Lee's murder.
We should stay for dessert.
Oh, we should get back to work.
But I haven't even finished my sandwich.
Well, pack it up to go. Captain Burns is all over me on this realtor homicide. Come on. Oh, Ro, nice to see you. We were just leaving.
No, wait, hold on. Lynn, I have really important information that you need to see on the Tanya Lee case.
Oh, great.
Arthur, you know how Burns feels about us talking to her.
Look, let's just hear her out. She always has good ideas.
All right. What can we do for you?
This picture was taken the day my mother put the Anderton house on the market. This is a picture that I took the day we found Tanya Lee. Look at the paintings. Mandy Anderton hasn't been back to the house since it was listed, which means this painting has been stolen. If Tanya Lee caught the thief, that means he might have been trying to shut her up, right? I mean, I would be happy to call pawn shops and art galleries.
Maybe we should get you a job application you can apply to the force. Kidding. Totally kidding.
Look, Ro, I appreciate you bringing this to our attention, but it would be so nice if just this once I could do my job without tripping over you at every turn.
Lynn, if you're right, and Tanya Lee's attacker is a real estate agent, that means my mother could be sharing an office with a murderer. How can I not try to find out who did this?
All right, fine. You want to help? You can help by being a librarian. Research this painting, find out exactly who painted it and what it's worth.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, let's catch up next time you're in town. Okay, bye.
Was that Mandy Anderton from high school?
Mm-hmm. She listed the house with my mother. Now, she said the painting was a landscape by a California artist named Joseph Kleitch. It was once owned by William Randolph Hearst, but that's all she remembers. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, here's another Kleitch painting that went up for auction a few years ago, and the winning bid is almost $500,000.
$500,000? Shh. Sorry, too loud. I know. Lillian, I love your new look.
Flattery will not distract me. Patrons are not allowed behind the desk. Go on, other side of the desk.
Okay. Hey, Perry. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hi, Reed.
I asked him here. I could use his, expertise.
This is not a social club.
Right, Lillian. We're going outside.
Uptight much? So you're trying to crack a mystery again, huh? That greenhouse lady?
You called Perry about that? Well, why not tap into resources at the Real Murders Club?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'm thinking you might have some expertise in, well, where someone would go to sell stolen goods.
You don't think that's a little offensive?
Hey, look, everyone knows I took a few vacations in the county jail. I never tried to hide it. I could ask around. What do you got?
Well, this painting was missing from the crime scene.
Whoa, art. Oh, man, that's specialized. I maybe know one guy that might have an insight of where to park high-end stuff like this.
Okay, well, one guy's better than no guy. Oh, and can you just, keep it on the down low?
Yeah, I got you. I dig this mystery stuff. Let's see what I can find out.
See, not offensive. I think I made his day.
I think I should use Perry's expertise for some of my stories.
I gotta go. Okay. Mother, hello.
Aurora? Where are you?
At the library. Why?
Didn't I remind you not 4 hours ago that Martin Bartell is coming for dinner? Well, he's here and you're not.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yep, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Well, Lynn agrees. Tanya Lee must have realized the Kleitch painting was missing and confronted whoever she thought took it. And I think she suspected someone she was close to, probably one of her colleagues.
I think that's reaching a bit, dear.
Now let's get back to your Army career, Mr. Bartell.
The FBI says that 90% of stolen artwork is the result of an inside job. Someone who has access to the art.
Like a real estate agent who could get the key to the Anderton house.
Exactly.
Have the police gone over the key logbook in your office, Aida?
I prefer not to discuss such a depressing topic over dinner. You and Aurora can leave that for your real murders club. I'd much rather talk about our guest. I understand that you won quite a few medals during your service, Mr. Bartell.
Actually, I'd love to hear more about this art theft. We recently had a painting go missing from the offices at the plant.
You're kidding. When?
About a month ago. I'm told it's worth several $100,000.
Did you tell the police?
No, like you said, it's probably an insider, so we'd like to get to the bottom of it ourselves.
Oh, no, but you have to tell them now. I'm going to call Arthur Smith. He's in charge of all the burglaries.
Our board of directors would prefer not to advertise the fact that we have expensive art hanging on the walls
But
of the
that could be related to what happened to Tanya Lee. Arthur, hi. Yes. Listen, I just found out that Martin Bartell had a painting stolen from his office. Do you want me to tell him to meet you at the plant?
I don't have much choice now, do I?
Sorry.
Well, not exactly how I intended to spend my evening, talking to the police.
But it really could help solve a murder.
It could also get me in hot water with my board. I wonder if the police know they have someone so persistent at corralling evidence for them.
Oh, they know.
Well, here's hoping I get to see you again soon. Aida, thank you for dinner. I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you so much for coming.
John.
Aurora, that man is a client and you practically drove him away.
Okay, Mother, I know that you care about your business, but I care about your life.
I know you do, but you...
Have any of your employees ever talked about an interest in art or paintings? Has Eileen?
Please stop pointing fingers at my staff. These people are like family to me. Whoever did this terrible thing does not work for me.
Okay, I know that most of her staff has worked for her for years, but not all of them. Not Eileen.
I trust your mother's instincts about people. Maybe the police are wrong and it's not an agent. Maybe it's a house hunter who saw an agent signing out the key.
Well, it could be. Maybe I'll have my mother give me a list of all the people she's taken to see the Anderton house.
How about I ask her when she's not so irritated?
Fine. I'll work on getting a list from the other agencies.
Hey. Perry. Hi, you got my message. I thought you'd just call me back.
I had an appointment with my probation officer, so. He's across the street.
Oh.
I haven't got a hold of my friend Farrow yet, if that's what you wanted to ask me about.
Oh, no, I did a search of our classifieds and I found an ad listing a painting for sale about 2 weeks ago.
Well, you think someone would try to sell a hot painting in the paper?
I wouldn't think so, but this ad didn't have a phone number. It only had an email address. But when I tried to send an email to that address, it came back as undeliverable. Now, our IT guy told me that it was probably a burner address.
Yeah, temporary email if you want to scam someone.
Right. So I don't suppose you have any expertise in that area?
Nah, hacker types are kind of lame. But I do know some people that know some people. Probably get you an IP address.
Where it came from? Yes, that's exactly what I need.
All right, I'm on it.
Hey, Ro, what's up? So we look at going on the 3rd or the 4th.
Sally, it is so good to see you.
You too. Hi, Ro. Sally, what brings you here?
Sally's writing an article about Tanya Lee.
Yes,
Yeah, Terry and I were just talking about that whole awful business.
Were you too close to Tanya Lee?
And we both went for coffee at least once or twice a month.
Franklin more often than me, but it's starting to sink in. She's really gone. She won't be at our banquet planning meeting tomorrow.
Well, if we're still really going forward with it. Hey, maybe you'd like to go to the broker's dinner with me, Sally. We could catch up. I could gloat to Henry about how I stole you back from him.
Oh. You know that never went anywhere, right? Right. We're wondering how many people you showed the Anderton house to.
Not very many, actually.
Franklin, you collect art?
No. This was my mother's doing. She decorated my office a year before she died.
That's right. Your mother used to own an art gallery.
Well, then you must know a lot about art.
No, not much. My mom, yes, she was the art expert. She pushed paintings on the whole family. Why the interest?
A valuable painting is missing from the Anderton house. The police think it could be a possible motive for what happened to Tanya Lee.
Wow, I hadn't heard that.
We should tell them, Franklin.
Fine. Go ahead.
We also had a painting disappear from one of our listings a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, that makes 3.
I wonder why Arthur wouldn't tell me about that.
Well, we talked the owners out of reporting it stolen.
We didn't want people to think the listing was Sternholz Farrell meant to get robbed. Our insurance company reimbursed the owners.
Well, thanks, Arthur. Well, it's looking more and more like we have an art thief working overtime around here.
And somehow Tanya Lee Greenhouse stumbled onto whoever's doing it?
Well, unfortunately, Arthur said they found fingerprints of about 40 different people at the Anderton house, so it'll take a long time to analyze it. But if it is a real estate agent, Franklin might be the only one with knowledge about paintings that are worth a lot of money. Plus, clearly, he has expensive taste.
Oh, please. I know Franklin. I used to go out with him.
Right, he took you to nice dinners.
No, he cooked for me. And he has the cleanest house that I've ever seen. He wouldn't let me walk on his carpet with my shoes on. There's no way he would do something as messy as murder. Besides, why would he steal something from his own listing and put his own business in jeopardy?
Well, I don't have the answers yet. But if he's guilty, I'll find them.
Like a dog with a bone.
Franklin Farrell? Seriously? Franklin is your main suspect.
Why is that funny?
You know I'm not one for gossip.
Mother, please, gossip this once.
The truth is, Franklin is he's such a lightweight. He only went into the real estate business because he has no other skills or talents. I mean, Terry's the one who keeps that agency afloat.
Okay, but if she's the one making all the commission, then why is he the one driving the Mercedes?
I'm sure he inherited his mother's estate. Believe me, he was not driving a Mercedes before she died. Oh, no, I'm gossiping and I'm turning into an amateur detective just like you and John. Do you know I found John eavesdropping on Eileen?
Eileen? Do you know why?
Oh. I've been waiting for this call. I have to take this. Sorry. Hello?
Tell Megan I'm off to lunch. Franklin!
I hope you're glad to see me.
Of course, I'm just surprised, that's all.
I have something to give you, and I didn't want to wait.
You remembered.
All right. Sure.
Della, I need to know.
I don't know.
I need to know.
Why
what
would I
you
know?
What are you hiding?
Okay, just go over the figures
Just
again.
tell me.
All right.
I would, please stop it.
All right.
Idella, you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
It's just Donnie. He's so upset at me. He has this crazy idea about me and he just won't let it go. He thinks that I know who killed Tanya Lee, which is ridiculous because how would I know what happened?
Why would Donnie think you know? Idella, if you do know something, maybe I can help.
You can't help me.
Idella. Idella, wait. Oh,
Hey.
Martin. What are you doing here?
This is where my board decided to have lunch today, if that's okay with you.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I hope you have a great lunch.
No, wait. Aren't you curious about my meeting with your detective friend?
Yes. Oh, yes, I am, but I really have to go catch my...
Who are you protecting? Look, police told me how the key to the Anderton house
Excuse me.
happened to reappear in your office, and now you're telling your whole staff to clam up.
Donnie, of course I...
Who are you protecting? Is it Mackie? Eileen? You know, Tanya Lee always said that new hire of yours was gunning after our clients.
Donnie, I know you're upset,
Don't
but...
patronize me. I deserve answers. All right, your lunch is finished. This isn't over, Aida.
We've become a spectacle. How nice.
That was so efficiently done, thank you.
Anytime. Everyone all right?
Yeah.
I should get back to lunch with my board. Aida?
I've had it with all the suspicion directed at my staff. I mean, first, Mackie is taken away by the police, and then we're all fingerprinted, and now Donnie is confronting me like this.
Yeah, but he mentioned Eileen, and you said that John had some concerns about her too, but you didn't say why.
Something ridiculous about her being an art history major.
Really? Eileen is an art expert?
I'll have none of this, Aurora. Eileen is a very dedicated worker, and she puts in more hours than I do. So I'm not going to have you watering any seeds of doubt about her.
Okay, Mother, take a deep breath.
I have to go to Sternholtz Farrell. We have a banquet to prepare.
Mother, that's Franklin's office.
Yes, I know that's Franklin's office.
Okay, then I'm going with you. So what'd you find out about Eileen?
Well, I called the real estate guy I know in Seattle.
Oh, where Eileen had an agency of her own?
Right. My friend has heard rumors that Eileen was in hot water with the local brokers association.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I've got a call into the association president.
Okay, well, I'm researching Franklin too. I just wish that my mother would be more worried that the bad guy could be somebody she works with.
Well, she knows these people. It's hard for her to see them any other way.
Well, Tanya Lee knew them too. Now she's dead.
First thing we have to do is figure out who's going to handle the decorations. Now that...
Tanya Lee always did give our banquets a nice look.
Well, I can handle that. I have an artistic eye.
So you have a background in art? Never mind.
I have to say, it's putting a real lump in my throat seeing Tanya Lee's chair empty.
You should try sitting down to dinner opposite an empty chair. She used to be there every night across the table. Most beautiful woman in the world. Aida, I think you know something about who killed Tanya Lee, and I want you to tell me what it is right now.
Are you planning to shoot me, Donnie?
I'm calling the police.
No, I got this. Let Donnie answer me first. What are you planning to do?
Planning to find out the truth. Idella refused to tell me what she knows. I'm not going to let you refuse too.
Why do you think Idella knows what happened to Tanya Lee?
Because I saw her car pulling out of our parking lot the night that Tanya Lee didn't come home. The police say the guilty one drove Tanya Lee's car back to the office and left it there. I think Idella was there to give him a ride home.
That's crazy. Idella is a total stickler for playing by the rules.
You can't be saying that Idella is conspiring with a killer.
I think everyone in your office is conspiring with a killer.
Donnie Greenhouse, you are blind with grief. You've known me 20 years. We sit together in church. And you know in your heart that if I had any idea who killed Tanya Lee, I'd be banging on the doors of the police station. And I certainly wouldn't keep it from you.
And maybe you can get Idella to tell you who did. Because she knows, I'm telling you that.
I wouldn't have let him shoot you, Aida.
Mother, I think I need to go talk to Idella.
Okay. We're getting close to the Clarion subdivision.
Good. Patty said Idella isn't picking up her cell phone, but she knew that she was meeting a client at one of the 4 listings on that sheet.
I still don't believe it. Idella, an accomplice to murder.
I doubt that she knew she was an accomplice. My feeling is that she thought she was just picking up a friend at Greenhouse Realty that night.
Okay, no car. The next one is on Maple.
Maybe Idella is protecting whoever she picked up. Maybe she's in some kind of romantic relationship with him.
That sounds plausible.
Which would make it a male person, like Franklin.
Okay, would you stop with Franklin? He's not seeing Idella.
How do you know?
Because he's seeing me. He got concert tickets for us to go and see my favorite band. He asked me to go with him this morning.
You can't go. He's a suspect.
Only in your suspicious mind.
Okay, here's Maple.
I see the sign up ahead. And there's Idella's car. If Idella's supposed to be showing a client the house...
Yeah, then there should be 2 cars here. Idella, it's Ro. Idella? Are you here? It's so quiet.
Spooky quiet.
Oh, it's Idella. I think she's dead.
So, it looks like she was strangled, just like Tanya Lee.
You know, I hate to say it, but I saw Donnie arguing with Idella earlier today.
And he was at the police station all afternoon trying to convince me that Idella knew who went after his wife. It wasn't Donnie who did this.
Oh, thank goodness. But clearly Donnie was right about Idella. Have you looked into Franklin Farrell?
Why would you think it was Franklin? You were just with him at his office.
That was an hour ago. He would have had time to get here. Does he have an alibi for Tanya Lee's time of death?
Aurora Teagard, you're here at my crime scene, exactly where you're not in any way, shape, or form allowed to be. Now, I know people in this town think you're some kind of super sleuth, but what you are is an obstacle, continually in the way, interfering, obstructing, and if I find
Okay,
out...
sir. Rosa witness. She actually discovered the body.
And how did you let that happen?
Maybe we can think of her as one of those annoying pilot fish. You know, the ones that follow whales around? I mean, no one wants them around. They're a pain, but necessary in their own way.
You know I can hear you. Thanks, I think.
So you were asking about Farrell's alibi. Well, he tells us that he was standing in line buying tickets to some concert.
Oh, he was. I have the tickets right here in my purse. Look. And there's a time date stamp showing when they were purchased.
Okay, now, why would he stand in line when he could just buy them online? That just sounds like someone trying to set up an alibi to me.
Oh, stop, bro.
Security footage is going to confirm it for us either way. In the meantime, our fingerprint analysis came back. Just about everyone who works in real estate has left prints at the Anderton house, but out of the 2 clear prints we found on the wall where the missing painting was hanging, only one of them belonged to an agent. And it wasn't Franklin.
And who was it?
Eileen Crandall.
That's who Donnie's been focusing on. And John, too, because she's an art history major.
You said there were 2 sets of prints. Whose were the other?
Martin Bartel. I have to get back inside.
Poor Idella. What kind of monster would do such a thing?
You were 20 feet away from her, Mother. The danger is getting closer and closer to you. I need to ask everyone in your office who she's closest to. I have to find out if she's seeing someone.
No, you'll do no such thing. They don't even know that she has died yet. And when I tell them, they're going to be upset. I mean, very upset. So please, just give them a day to grieve before you start hounding them. Is that clear?
I'll keep my ears open.
John, make sure my mother doesn't go anywhere alone with Eileen. Or Martin Bartel.
Hey, Ro.
Martin, I don't remember inviting you to stop by.
I heard on the radio that you'd found another body. I wanted to check up on you. Brought you some food, in case you're hungry. People who find bodies often forget to eat. Can I come in?
Yes, but just for a minute. And just because my mother would never forgive me for being rude to you again. Why didn't you tell me the day we found Tanya Lee that you'd met her before?
Well, I am house hunting. She just happened to be the first real estate agent that I talked to. Oh, I've made it onto your suspect list.
Not just my list.
No, I get it. When bad things happen, it helps people feel better to think that it's the new guy in town and not someone that they might know.
Your fingerprints were found near where the missing painting was hanging in the Anderton house.
Did you know that the painting that replaced it had a thrift store sticker on the frame?
You did?
Can't blame you for wanting to take a closer look at that. Come on. If I had done something to the lovely Mrs. Greenhouse, would I have led you and the police straight to her body?
Criminals like to go back to the scene of the crime to watch people react to what they did.
Okay, what about the body you found today? Clearly, I couldn't have had anything to do with that. You saw me at the restaurant about to sit down to lunch with my board.
I don't know what time you left.
Okay, well, clearly we are not going to be enjoying this meal together, which is too bad because I thought maybe you could help me sort out this theft at the plant. I have a list of all of the employees that work there.
I don't see a list.
Oh, it's in the car. Why don't you let me know when you're ready to trust me?
You're still here? I thought you had to leave for a funeral.
I do.
Ah, a Kleitsch landscape does hold the eye, doesn't it?
You know this artist?
Of course. I'm a member of the Western Art Appreciation Society. I believe cultural enrichment is very important.
Wow. That's very interesting.
You don't have to pretend you think I'm interesting. I know what you and your friends think of me. That Perry Dell, he said I was uptight.
Lillian, I would never say that.
But you'd think it. You're very loosey-goosey. I mean, I have no idea why. You have a mother with a perfect sense of propriety.
Hey.
So far this week, I have been called an annoying fish and loosey-goosey.
Well, I'm just going to call you wrong. Did you see my story today? Right here, first paragraph. Franklin Farrell was cleared by security camera footage. So there. You were officially wrong about him. I was officially right. You may applaud if you like.
Shouldn't we go? It's really rude to be late to a funeral.
It's very frustrating writing that story and not being able to name who the police are interested in. Martin Bartell, Eileen Crandall.
Yeah, my mother is determined to defend Eileen. We still haven't figured out a way around that.
Hey, did Perry ever get back to you with any info on how an art thief might access the black market?
He said he's still looking into it. But maybe there's another way to find out. So you really like Franklin, huh?
Well, I guess I must with how much I wanted to defend him. I mean, the neat freak thing to drive me batty when we tried to date before, but he's sweet and he didn't hold a grudge when I dated his cousin right after, so it might be worth it to give him another shot.
You don't find him a little, shallow?
You found her? You found Idella. She was just the nicest person. Why would anyone want to hurt her?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. You were really close to her, huh?
Like sisters.
Do you know if she was dating anyone or seeing anyone?
You know, I kind of got the feeling she was. She didn't say anything, though, but I did notice her in the front seat of a white car once. I didn't notice the driver, but I remember the car was coming out of the Panagra parking lot. Oh, there's your mother.
Panagra, where Martin works?
But he doesn't drive a white car. Still, it's a sign that the factory thefts could be related to the real estate thefts. Excuse me. Martin, it's Roe. I'd really like to see that list of Panagra employees.
Donnie, I'm so sorry. We'll miss Tanya. Beautiful. And you should be so good.
Aida doesn't seem angry at Donnie that he all but pulled a gun on her the other day.
Well, my mother believes the lady always gives a person the benefit of the doubt. You must have noticed that after working for her for the past 6 months.
It's been 8 months.
She hires people without even checking their references. I know that was true for Mackie. Was that the same for you?
Why don't you come out and just ask me what you want to ask me?
Ro? Oh, there you are. I was gonna give up looking for you and call you.
Martin, what are you doing here?
Paying my respects. Besides, you wanted to have a look at that list of employees.
Yeah, but not this afternoon.
Why not? This collaborative mood of yours could evaporate any second.
Okay, where's the list?
What made you think you'd be welcome in my house, Bartell?
Mr. Greenhouse, allow me to express my sincere condolences.
I'm not going to allow you anything. You shoved me out of the restaurant the other day. Now I'm going to return the favor.
Okay, all right.
Well, that was exciting. What? What is it?
Martin talked to Idella an hour before she was killed.
Anytime you feel like telling me what's bothering you. No rush.
I saw your recent calls. I didn't mean to, but I know that you talked to Idella Yates an hour before she was attacked. I don't find that funny.
No, I'm sure you don't. I spoke to her because I telephoned to ABT Realty to speak to your mother about resuming my house hunting.
Well, I would have thought that you would have told me that yesterday when you knew I found her body.
I have no idea whose body you found. You didn't tell me.
It was on the news. You said you heard the radio report.
Well, I didn't catch the victim's name. The only name I heard was yours.
Okay, where's the list of Panagra employees?
I must have picked it up with some other papers and taken it into my office. We can go there now if you want.
You can email it to me.
And the window of opportunity is closed once more. All right, what's your email? Great. It's the president of my fan club.
This is a judicial order allowing us to collect a DNA sample from you. So if you wouldn't mind coming with us.
And there's no use delaying the inevitable, is there?
They found DNA on Tanya Lee's body?
Not on the body. It was actually on the scarf you found. It was covered in drops of saliva that didn't belong to Tanya Lee or her husband.
So you think it was the murder weapon? I touched the scarf too. Do you need a sample from me?
We'll get the results back from Mr. Bartell's test in a couple of weeks. Why don't we wait and see if that's a match first?
Do you really believe it was Martin?
We can tie him to both victims. And he's been a common thread in both the thefts with the Anderton house and Panagra. We've also been looking into his background.
Isn't he a war hero?
Yes, but we're finding long stretches of time where we can't find any information on him at all. Ro, you should stay away from him.
Don't worry. We annoying pilot fish know which sharks to avoid. spy? Hey, how you holding up?
I can't believe we were all at one funeral yesterday and have to go to another one on Saturday.
I know. It's hard. Hey, Patty, do you remember Martin Bartell calling here for my mom and you passing it on to Idella?
The police asked the same thing this morning. I shuffle calls around for all kinds of reasons. I can't remember if I sent a call to Mr. Bartell, to Idella, or
Eileen, wait. It's absolutely unacceptable. And I suppose you have something to do with this, too.
She didn't take that well.
Take what?
Aida? John has been investigating me like I'm a common criminal.
I merely asked Eileen if she could explain why she was asked to leave the King County Association of Realtors in Seattle.
I can explain that. She'd been accused of theft. She was.
You know?
Of course I know. I also know the man who accused her. He sits on the board of the association, and he is a reprehensible human being who lies about everything that... Let's just say I've dealt with him before. Which is one reason why I asked Eileen to come work here. But the real question is, John, why did you continue looking into her background after I asked you not to?
Well, I thought it was important to, Ro, help me out here.
Oh, I have someone waiting for me. Mother, don't be too hard on John. He's just trying to help. Perry, you said you had some information for me?
Yeah. Look, I finally talked to my friend who's into the art scene. Told me about this guy called the Curator. Shops hot paintings and art or whatever over in Seattle.
Eileen's from Seattle. Did your friend say who the curator might be?
Nope. Says no one's ever seen him or even talked to him.
Well, then how does he know it's a him? Could it be a her?
I guess, but whoever it is has a way complicated system for dropping off money in exchange for paintings and stuff. You know, like a spy movie or something.
A spy movie?
So that's it. Guess I'll see you at the meeting tonight.
Huh? Oh, Real Murders Club. Yeah, I'll see you tonight. A spy.
He was a handsome man, charming and seductive. That's how Rodney Alcala approached his victims. With a smile and his camera, telling them how beautiful they were. Some of his subjects told police how charismatic Rodney was, how convincing that he was truly interested in them. In reality, he was only interested in stealing their lives. That's the mark of a master manipulator, a man who killed with kindness.
Great job tonight, Master.
Why, thank you, Sally. I'll see you two at the next meeting.
Absolutely.
Rarely getting into this clandestine stuff. Might have to become a private investigator.
What was that about?
Oh, nothing. So how did it go with Eileen and my mother? You forgiven?
I know Aida wants to defend Eileen, but I'm not ready to rule her out. I keep hearing stories about her clashes with Tanya Lee.
What about Martin Bartell? The police took a DNA sample, right?
It'll take weeks to get the results.
So not enough to make an arrest?
It's only circumstantial evidence.
Well, there's a stronger circumstantial case against Eileen, if you ask me.
Well, what if it's not her? What if Martin is the guilty one? What, he just gets to walk around doing whatever he wants for who knows how long?
Unless someone gets some harder evidence against him.
Ready to go?
Ro, what are you doing?
Just a little research.
Shouldn't we stop her?
I'm hoping to get out of this rental pretty soon. I mean, it'll do for now, but I can't wait to get my own furnishings back. I'm I'm surprised you agreed to cross my threshold. Actually, I'm surprised you agreed to meet with me at all, given the police are trying to tar me with their brush.
Well, it didn't seem to bother you much. It seemed pretty cavalier about being taken in yesterday.
An innocent man can afford to be entertained by their bumbling.
An innocent man or one who's confident he won't get caught?
I hear DNA is pretty good at proving it one way or the other. I'm not the bad guy, Ro. But I am interested in finding him. And he just might be on my list of employees. Shall we sit down and take a look at it? Why don't you read each name and tell me what you might know about each person?
Okay. The first one is Robert Broderson. Oh, that's Wendy Broderson's husband.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, aren't you going to answer that?
I don't recognize the number.
But it might be important.
Then they'll leave a message.
Okay, if you're not answering that because of me, I'd feel really guilty.
Hello?
Is this the curator?
You have the wrong number.
No, I've got your number all right. And I know what you've been up to, Bartell. If you want to keep me quiet, you need to meet me now, Main and 3rd.
Was it important?
I have to leave. It's an emergency meeting. Can I drop you at home?
Oh, I don't mind staying until you get back. I'd really like to go through this list if that's okay.
Oh. Okay, I'll try to be quick.
Password protected, of course. But there are ways around that.
Just what do you think you're doing? Enlighten me. What were you looking for in my computer?
I was looking for evidence that you might have known Idella and Tanya Lee more than you let on.
If you have questions, why not simply ask me?
I researched you. I know that you were in Army intelligence and then the CIA. And I also know that you were kicked out of the CIA for refusing to follow orders.
Orders that were immoral. Just how did you learn all of that?
I'm a librarian. I have a master's degree in finding information.
So you knew that I was a covert operative, and you still went through with this whole transparent ploy to get me out of my own house.
Obviously, I'm not that good at covert operations.
Who's the curator?
I thought he might be you.
I researched you too. I asked around about you. And I learned about a woman who solved difficult crimes and sent the culprits to jail. I thought it was a whole lot of small-town exaggeration. But then I remembered how you handled yourself when we found that body. You were calm under pressure. I've seen how quick your mind is, how fast you put things together. And I realized that your reputation is not exaggerated. You have very good instincts. So I'll ask you again. Do you really think that I'm responsible for these killings?
I don't know.
These are the passwords. My computer and to my cell phone. I have no desire to fool you, only to help you. I'm gonna take a walk around the block. You take all the time you need. Oh, and this time I'm really leaving. Hey. You're still here. I half expected you'd have called someone to come pick you up.
I didn't look at your computer or your phone.
But if that's why you're here...
It would be an invasion of privacy. I know, it doesn't make any sense. My head kept telling me to look, but I didn't. And not because you know the police are already investigating and you would have deleted everything connected to Tanya Lee and Idella anyway, but because my instincts are telling me that you didn't do it. Although maybe I shouldn't listen to them because I'm wrong sometimes. I mean, the person I really thought did it has an airtight alibi.
Well, shall we look at the list and see if that sparks anything for you?
You're not upset that I tried to trick you.
You're careful. I like that.
It's a lonely thing sometimes, being careful.
This I know.
You don't seem like someone who's ever been lonely.
Well, maybe that's because I haven't been. Since I've met you. Surprised? Because I'm surprised I said that out loud just now.
Lawrencetown police, open the door. I said open up!
Arthur, what are you doing here?
Thank goodness you're all right.
Of course she's all right.
Are you here to make an arrest?
No, I'm here for you. Ro, we have to talk, which we can do as I drive you home. Now.
That was incredibly rude.
And that was incredibly stupid. Going into the home of our top suspect, I know you were looking for evidence, don't deny it.
Oh, I forgot the list.
No, you were coming with me.
Who called you? Sally?
No. Maybe. Look, I knew you went into Bartel's house. I was watching, and then I saw him come out alone and go back in alone, and I thought that maybe...
Oh, Arthur, you were worried about me.
Look, you're lucky he knows we've got our eye on him. Please promise me that you will not be alone with him again.
No, I don't think Martin is the one who went after Tanya Lee and Idella.
You have no idea what you're saying or who that guy really is.
I know more than you think.
Oh, Ro. Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
You called Arthur?
Well, you know how I worry about you.
We were both concerned about you. We wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay? Shall I go home? If that's okay with my other self-appointed guardian?
Just be safe.
Remind me to thank Arthur tomorrow when I'm done being annoyed at him.
I don't know why you're annoyed. You had us scared half to death.
Okay, I know that the police are focusing on Martin, but I think we need to still look at Eileen, see if she has some connection to Panagra.
Aurora Tea Garden.
You sent me the list. How'd you get my email address?
Well, you're not the only one who can find information.
Thank you. I'll have a look at it tonight.
So, are we at the point yet where I can ask you out and you might say yes?
Well, I don't have a date for the real estate broker's dinner tomorrow. If the curator is a real estate agent named Eileen, then that's where she'll be. And if you come with me, then maybe you could tell me if you've seen her at Panagra, checking out the artwork.
Perfect. When can I pick you up?
Well, I don't want the police pulling you over and yanking me out of the car, so how about I meet you there?
It's a date. Finally. You're stunning.
Thank you. You look pretty nice yourself. Ready to cause a stir?
Are you?
There's Eileen Crandall.
Well, she does look familiar.
I'll talk to you. Laura, look at you. You look lovely, darling.
Thank you.
Mr. Bartell. Well, as my client, I'm happy to see you, but as everyone seems to be saying, you're a suspect in the death of my employee.
I understand your dilemma.
Martin didn't hurt Idella, Mother.
I suppose I'll have to put my faith in innocent until proven guilty. Although I don't know if they have the same faith. A depressing reminder that we real estate agents need protecting.
Yes.
I didn't have any room at my table, so I've put you at the Sternholtz-Farrell table.
Oh.
Oh, be nice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I was hoping to be seated next to Eileen so I could ask her some pointed questions.
That's too bad we're not. I know some very effective interrogation techniques.
Oh, wait, you're not joking, are you? Oh, there's Sally and Franklin. Hey, Franklin, which way to our table? Oh, you're not Franklin.
This is Henry Evans, Franklin's cousin.
Evans? What are you doing here?
Mr. Bartell,
Okay, I asked Henry to come and meet me here before dinner tonight.
You're Franklin's cousin, but your last name's not Farrell.
on our mother's side.
And you know Martin Howe?
Henry works in security at Panagra.
I found out that someone was trying to sell a painting through the classifieds.
Wait, you think an art thief would sell stolen paintings through the paper?
I wouldn't think so, but this ad had an email address, and Perry figured out how to find its IP address, and it's at Panagra.
So she thought that I could track down the specific computer to that address.
You mean you wanted to find out if it belonged to me?
Well, Ro didn't tell me she was bringing you here tonight.
How long ago was the ad placed?
2 months ago?
And you know Martin moved here 1 month ago.
Yes, I knew that. Only I forgot I knew it until just now.
Well, someone must belong to that IP, and I'm going to find out who. Of course, I will let you know first, Mr. Bartell.
Please do, Henry.
You and Frankie have fun at that concert, Sally?
Will do. So, shall we get a drink and see if we can find Franklin?
Oh, did I tell you that the museum's dedicating an entire wing to his mother?
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Probably because she left them all of her money.
What?
Oh, there's Franklin.
Wait, Franklin didn't inherit? Wait, Franklin didn't inherit. But he's been spending a lot of money since his mother died. His cousin Henry, he knew about the concert, and he looks a lot like Franklin.
And all of this means?
Well, Franklin's alibi for Tanya Lee is that he was buying concert tickets. What if it was Henry who was buying the tickets and showed up in the security footage? I mean, maybe Franklin doesn't have an alibi at all. You've got to go catch Henry. Find out if he bought the concert tickets. And use those interrogation techniques of yours.
Don't mind if I do.
It's him. Franklin's the killer.
It's okay.
Hello, everybody. Sally, can I see you for a minute, please?
I just sat down.
Pretty please with sugar.
Okay. Excuse me.
Okay. Do you see the way Franklin folded his napkin?
I know. He's always been weird about how he folds things.
Okay, do you remember
I couldn't catch Henry. I'm gonna hop in my car and follow him to the plant. It's only 5 minutes away. I'll be back in time for dinner.
Mark. Okay, stay here. Don't move. I'll be right back. Martin!
Where's he going? I saw him with you, Martin Bartell.
Donnie, I need you to...
He's the one who killed Tanya Lee.
It wasn't him.
I'll make him pay.
Donnie, it wasn't Martin. Okay, but the police will know by the end of the night who did it. There will be justice for Tanya Lee and for Idella. Oh! Where'd Franklin and Sally go?
The two lovebirds left. Seems like they suddenly couldn't wait to be alone.
Oh no. If Sally comes back, tell her to call me immediately.
Okay.
Hey, so the security footage that showed Franklin Farrell buying concert tickets at the time of Tanya Lee's death?
What about it?
It didn't show his face, did it? I mean, just his back?
Who told you that?
Okay, remember the way Tanya Lee's scarf was folded? Well, Franklin just folded his napkin like this. And then he took off with Sally. I can't let her be alone with him. Sally, why didn't you pick up?
This is not enough to go on.
You
You're
have to get away
overreacting.
from Franklin now. Martin, I know Franklin is the killer, and he just took off with Sally. I'm gonna go over to his house now and get her out of there. Sally, open this door. Sally, open the door.
Well, hello, Ro. What a surprise.
Where's Sally? I need to talk to her.
She's not here. She had a headache, wanted to go home. I dropped her off at her place.
Sally, are you here?
I just told you she wasn't.
Okay, well, if you see her, just tell her I was
You
looking.
recognized the painting, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know how smart you are, Ro. You recognized it. It's beautiful, isn't it? I just couldn't bring myself to part with it.
And Tanya Lee figured out that you took it.
Just because I took the painting doesn't mean that I killed her.
Then who? Your cousin Henry?
Henry had nothing to do with Tanya Lee. Nothing. Whole reason I had to stop her was to protect Henry. I couldn't let him go to jail. Not when I was the one who talked him into helping me with my little cash flow problem.
You're the curator. Or at least you and Henry both are.
Do not blame him. He is not the curator. He's simply following my orders.
Yeah, well, he must be pretty upset that you made him an accomplice to murder.
He doesn't even know I did that.
But Idella did. She picked you up after you dropped off Tanya Lee's car at her office. Why did you have to involve Idella?
That was a mistake. We had plans for a date that night, and I didn't want to deviate from what I would normally do. I thought she believed my story, and she did at first.
And then she didn't.
Everything would have been fine if I just hadn't misplaced Tanya Lee's scarf.
As precise as you are, how did you let that happen?
Couldn't find it. I was straightening up, and it was just gone. I was looking for it when I heard the neighbors come out, and I just had to get out of there.
Another mistake. And now you're caught.
By who? You?
No, the police. They're on their way here right now.
Ro!
Hey, down here!
Here, I thought I'd be rescuing you, but it looks like you've already rescued yourself.
Well, sort of. But I twisted my arm when he fell on me.
Oh, well then allow me. Sorry.
Oh.
Are you hurt anywhere else?
No, I don't think so. What about Franklin? Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, The police are right behind me. They'll deal with him. I have to get you to a hospital.
No, it's okay. I'm okay.
Sure.
What? Oh,
Actually, this is good practice.
practice for what?
Thank you for signing your statement. I think there's much more for which you could be thanking her. Franklin would still be roaming free if not for Aurora. He was at the top of my list, too. If he hadn't had what seemed like a solid alibi.
Or people like me defending him. I, for one, have no problem thanking you. You're an awesome friend.
And a master sleuth.
And a pesky pilot fish.
What?
Nothing. Ro, the police department officially thanks you for your assistance.
Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, maybe we could have lunch soon.
I don't think so.
You certainly have a lot of admirers in this town.
Some more than others.
I think I need to take drastic measures to ensure that no one else sweeps you off your feet.
Wait, Martin, what are you doing? What do you know? We hardly know each other.
Aurora Teagarden, will you make me the happiest man in the world? And go to a movie with me.
Yes, Martin, I would be happy to see a movie with you.
Oh, good.
You know, Mother, with this sling on my arm, there's no way I can put on that bridesmaid's dress. You're gonna have to stand up for Aunt Neela all on your own.
Oh, no, we are getting you into that dress.
Yeah, I'm with Aida on this one. I think you need to wear the dress. You know, I have some pictures, Martin. They're absolutely
Sally, don't you
gorgeous.
dare.
You
Don't
need
you dare.
to see this
No,
dress.
No,
we do. We need your support.
Please don't. I can't even defend myself. Yes, you can. No, Sally.
Hey, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the latest Aurora Teagarden.
Oh, we sure did. And by the way, these movies are so stressful.
Oh, my. Well, you should see how stressful it is when you're even reading the script.
Well,
I can't even figure out who's going to be the killer.
I understand you and Candace have another one in store.
We do. I think